Welcome back, everybody. So this time around I got a Yamaha RX1, a 2004 RX1, and it is here for exhaust gaskets. Exhaust donuts is actually what they're called. Seen online, there's a couple videos, but there's nothing that goes through actually a half decent go through on how to take it apart and how to get there. And they are, I believe, under the tank. They sit right about midship on the sled, right about underneath here. So they sit right down at the bottom. There's an inspection plate, which you can't see right now. Here, let me get you some light. There's an inspection plate down there. You can see that plate underneath down there. That's it right here. And you have to take that all off. It'll come off once the fuel tank comes off, and once we can get in there, we'll be able to access that plate, pull it off, pull the exhaust back. I'll show you how to get the exhaust off the seat, and the inspection plates are down there, and we can get the exhaust backed up, and then we can pull the little donuts out, and I'll show you the donuts. So here they are. They're in their parts bag. Here's the parts bag. So you guys see the part number. They're little donuts. I'll show them to you later. But the donuts comes with a bolt. Comes with the bolts, and the new bolts for the exhaust. So there's 4 of them, of course. 4-cylinder, and we'll get right at it. We'll come right back. And the reason I'm doing this is because I'm doing the introduction, and then I can just speed through. I can do a little bit faster the video of everything coming apart. I'll stop when there's a time or a point that I need to give some comments. All right, thanks guys. So here we go. So I believe the first bolts we got to take off are these 2 bolts here behind the lights. And then these 3, I believe, have to come off. The caps come off, and then that piece comes off. There should be some bolts lower here. These look like rivets. I guess the first time you take these out, you have to, you have to drill them out. I'll figure that out. But let me show you what we got. So if you take a look, those are actual rivets. Those are fine. Oh, customer's missing a bolt. I have to replace that. Those 3 have to be removed. I believe these ones are just for visual effect. Alright, here we go. Empty that out. There's a clip down there. There's a clip down there to take the seat off after. And this is odd. All right. There we go. This is a real common problem with the Yamaha RX1. There are some elimination kits to the donuts, and the elimination kits are flex pipes. And so we could take one of these off to replace that one, but I'm going to inspect why that bolt is gone. Slight suspicion that the hole is damaged. Sorry. I'm going to fast forward because this is tedious and time consuming. Not going to video everything. I don't want to upload a 2-hour video just to take it apart. Just going to give you all the see if I was right. Nope, the hole's good, so I'm going to find a customer another bolt like this. I do have some. Mine are nickel plated. I do believe I have these. I believe they're 8 millimeter bolts. Allen head, nickel plated. Non-marking tools. Not the one I want. So these are they're just non-marking tools. They won't mark up the plastic. These are attached. I know that. To what? Gosh. It's a rivet, for real. Doesn't make much sense. Okay, so it just clips in the bottom on this piece here, and then that piece unbolts. There's a couple bolts here, one there, same as these big bolts to get these pieces off, and then you can take the seat out. We'll need to remove. There's a way to do it. You got to do it from inside. I know that, and then we can remove the seat. Oh, okay. So they're just hooks. These are just hooks that hook the seat. Sorry, I don't remember. I feel like there was a change in one of these models. I did a newer one prior to this. A little bit different. Could be wrong. So this is basically the muffler, if you want. Yeah, so it is being held on in the front. So put these here. Put these. Anybody want to take a wage? That's a 10 mil. Wagers. Oh, we should take a wager. It is a 10 mil, it is deep. Weird. You know, can't find my deep set. I'll finish taking these two off. I'm going to empty the trunk out because I need to take more off. There's two also bolts in here. Let me take you on. So there's a bolt inside there. Hope you can see that right there. Another one in here. And I always thought, no, I think the seat is clipped inside here. So I'm going to empty the trunk and then bring you guys back. If there was anything else other than that, I'll let you know. I'll come back and show you. But these here are hooked. These are hooks that hold the seat. So, all right. Hopefully you can see that. You can see that. Yeah. All right. See you soon. Bring you back soon. Okay guys, just to show you, here are the screws that hold that seat, then it just pushes up. So I was wrong, and of course it clamps under over up there, front. There's probably a plug-in for the brakes. There is, right there. I'll take it off and apart and come back to you guys. But that's all. And then you can see where the muffler's at. This is the muffler after we need to take off. I'll show you the inspection plates that are under the seat to take the flange apart. All right. See you soon. Okay. Just to show you a little more what's going on here. Okay. We're gonna get this out, right? And then I'm gonna take the bolts for the muffler out. Alright, and then we should be able to get the muffler. Now where it connects, there's an inspection plate underneath here. So I'm going to continue. I'm going to get it undone. Oh, sorry, in here also. I'm going to take it off. these bolts off. Then I'm going to go right to here. Take these bolts off. You got to take the plastic off. Take the lid off. Take the ignition switch off. Take that off and you can get it out. And then once you got that out, you basically roll it around and you can just take the gas tank off. I believe you have to take these off too partially just to get them out of the way to get your tank off, as you can see, right? And then you can take the gas tank off. Not too complicated. A couple of lines need to be taken off, right? I don't like that. Looks like it's been dripping, right? Anyway, we'll get that off. And then you just can't remember if this goes with the tank. I think it does. No, yeah. The gauge. Anyway, get them off. That tank off, and we'll come back. And if there's anything that I didn't show you in this little video, I will come back and show you. So when I get to the front, this portion, when I get this off, I'm going to come back to the tank portion. This is pretty straightforward. Alright, we'll be back shortly. Alright, here we go. So I'm going to unplug this plug, sensor for the tank, the fuel pump, fuel lines, 2 fuel lines. This is the ignition I pulled out of there, guys. Alright, I'm just going to leave it, and I'm going to just pull those 2 fuel lines off. Wait a minute. I'm hoping that shouldn't, no, it shouldn't. There's stems in there. That shouldn't be leaking. If not, I'll have to find a way to make sure that they don't. And then that tank can come right out. So this is not on the tank. None of this is on the tank, guys. It looks like it is. Sorry. Make sure that the cornering spring is okay. Okay, none of this is on the tank. The tank is all separated from this. Even the harness, once we're unplugged, we're breaking free, we can pull that tank out. You gotta lift it. It's gotta be lifted and pulled out. And it is 3/4 full, so a little bit of a pain in the ass, but alright, I'll prop you up on the other side. Stop. Let me bring you in here for something. So the gas level is higher than that hole. So as soon as I took that off, I started pissing fuel. So what I did is I took it off the fuel pump, took that hose off the fuel pump, pulled it out of its little saddle here. Alright. And I just looped it and connected it to the top. Right? The only thing you're going to have to watch if you need to do this, you didn't empty the fuel tank, and I didn't. The only thing you're going to have to watch is when you pull it out of here, this doesn't hook up on anything. Right? It needs to go with the tank. Okay? So just because it's hard to do. Shouldn't hook up on anything, but gotta keep an eye on it. Alright? Alright, you're back. Alright, so here we go. You can see the sled. Here's that inspection plate that I'm talking about. Right? There are 2 bolts there. And then it just slides out from there. There's 2 bolts. There's a bolt here. There's a bolt over there. Right? Oh, that's going to be a little tricky. And I can reach it from here. And that inspection cover comes off. Then your exhaust. I'll show you your exhaust is right behind that. And we got to pull that exhaust back. Now, first thing we're going to have to do, I thought there was an inspection plate here. They must be different. Anyway, we got to get the exhaust off. To do that, these little covers, if you can see that, have bolts in here. You pull these bolts off. I don't know who did this. I don't know who did that. Those have to come off. They're not that hard to get off. Anyway, one here. I'm not sure about this one. Folding my nails back. Ouch. Go easy. But anyway, I think this is just for the, so you can see them. Move back. Pull those out, and then it comes back. So that'll be the next video, because I gotta call it for the night. But we'll be back, and I gotta charge the camera. Okay, so we're back. Here we are again on the Yamaha RX1, and we're back to where we were. We've got to get the plate out of there so that we can access the front of the flanges on the front of the engine, on the back of the engine, whatever, technically the back. Careful not to scratch anything. So we're going to access these bolts and those bolts there, and betting that's number 10, and we can remove this panel. Oh, more little hidden secrets. All these rubber grommets go in here. One there, one there, one there, one there, one there. So I'm going to jump into this, and I'm going to put you guys on a camera here to watch closely, and I'm not going to talk so that we can speed up like the rest of the clip, so we can keep this video into a half decent short video. But I want to make sure that you get coverage of everything, so you know where everything is and you see where everything is. Once I'm done taking that off, I'll bring you guys in here to see what's going on inside here as best as possible, and we can move this out of the way. Alright, thanks a lot. Be right back, guys. Here we go. Alright, you're back. So here's what I want to show you. So here's the clamps. That's the new bolt you get is this bolt. Yeah, and it's just a clamp. I can't remember the name. I think it's a Vitalik clamp or something like that. But anyway, that clamp is to clamp the pipes together. And as you can see here, here's the common problem. They get loose. The donut gets loose, and then you have this problem. Then you get exhaust leak, you get some wrapping, backfiring, that kind of problem. And that's what happens when the donuts go away. The back pressure changes, you get a miss, and you'll get backfiring and some funny noises when you're idling. And you'll notice it. You should notice it right away. This, will evidently give it away. But anyway, it becomes a bit of an issue, and you got to address it. I think that's the only one that's loose, but I'm sure they're all going to start getting loose, and they're internally starting to become loose. So, as you can see, you got to loosen these off. Then you have to loosen these, and these, I have to check which ones are loose and which ones are taken off so that we can move the exhaust. We can take it right out if we want, but we don't need to take it right off. We just need to back it up. We just need to back it up, space it up enough so we can pull the donuts up, put a new donut in, and then push back forward and clamp everything back in. So I will go back to videotaping some and put in fast speed. I'll come back and let you know if there's any comments I want to make on what to watch for. Taking these off sometimes are not fun because of the heat coal. These get very interesting. Shouldn't be too bad, but we'll see how bad they were. I can't remember which ones I have to loosen, and believe you loosen these and you remove those. Could be vice versa. Anyway, I'll bring you back if there's a comment I want to make on those. Back to the video. Okay, here we go. So I got these loose, and as you can see, I'm going to move the muffler and watch. You see that? I'm pushing it slightly back on the muffler. All this is moving back, as you can see. Okay, so I've got some gap now. Now if I wanted, I could, you know, pry something, or actually, yeah, I could pry these. All right, move it back. We just need a little gap. As you can see, these are flex. They'll come off, but we gotta get there. You'll get just enough room. Don't forget, like I said, you can pry these a little bit to move them forward, give you the gap. You don't, okay, something to note, RDC. If you don't want to be putting a screwdriver in here, because you don't want to damage your flange in any way, shape, or form. Okay? These don't look, oh, this one's worn out. This doesn't look bad. That was the one probably giving him the problem. You need luck. This was the one giving the problem. The other one's a little, oh, they're somewhere. They're starting to be worn out. Yeah. Anyway, this one for sure gone. This one was starting to be gone. Yeah, these two are still okay. Yeah, you don't want to pry the flange. You don't want to damage those flanges or the rings. We want to move this as back as we can without taking everything apart. Mind you, I do believe these can come off and we can get more adjustment. And then you don't want to take these off because then the whole pipe falls off. But I'd rather not. If I can sneak away without removing anything, I will, because I have a suspicion if you can't line these back up, it's going to be a bigger headache. I'm sorry, I don't have the manual. And it's been such a long time since I did the last one, I cannot remember. But look, listen, I really think I'm not even forcing that, and I'm getting that far. So I'm going to loosen things a little more, and I'll get, I'm pretty sure I'll get everything I need here. Yeah, I'll get what I need. I'll get the gap I need. All right, we'll bring you back and keep you on fast speed just to keep it short and sweet. So I brought you guys back for, I found an issue. So I want to show you guys before I continue, because I can't continue. I got to stop and call the customer and warn him that he has further issues. Here's what I found. Oops, sorry. If you look here, there's a crack in that pipe. So that flex plate basically is cracked. None of these are. These are very good. This one cracked. Don't know if that's a common issue with these, but if you can look, if you don't know how well you can see that, I'll bring it nice and tight there. But she's cracked. So we need a new stem pipe. So I'm going to leave everything the way it is and stop here and get a new stem pipe. Customer give me a delivery time so that we find out how long this part will be, because I don't know how long this machine will be down and out. I got more work coming. But anyway, that's the issue. No point in me wrestling against it, but to take this off, because I'll have to put it on the new one and put it in. But you see what I did is I just pushed these back level with the end of the pipe, just far enough, and then when you put back the pipe will, when we push the exhaust back, you can wedge this back and push it the rest of the way. So you just want to get them edged up to the edge, and they'll compress the rest of the way. They'll compress the rest of the way to sit in its seating position. Like that. But anyway, time to call customer. Talk to you guys later. I'll bring you back when I get the part, and I'll show you how to change that. Sorry about that. Battery issues. Battery's starting to get low, so see, it is time to put this back on the charger, and we'll come back when we get the rest of the part, guys. Thanks. Be back soon. Welcome back. RX1 Yamaha. We've got our pipe back from the customer. We got the part. It took a couple days, but we got it back. Almost forgot to bring you guys. I took that one out. It's a 10mm head bolt. Took the old one out, and you can see the issue there, right? Pretty obvious. And it's just because there's a crack. Sorry. There's a crack. There's a crack right there. So that one was finished. The donut was fine though. That donut's not that old. Anyway, got a new donut on it. We're gonna press ahead and start reassembling. I think we're ready to go. I'm just gonna prop you guys up so we can speed the video along. Right, I just want to bring you in and show you here a little bit. What I'm doing is I'm pushing the exhaust kind of snug up against the donuts. I seated the donuts, and now I just want to make sure you can see what I'm doing. I want to make sure I'm nice and up and snug and tight, and then I'll snug these up, and we're good to go. All right, just wanted to give you that little tip of information. Oh my fucking god, you get off! Just to give you a little update, what I'm doing is these clamps, if you were looking in my high-speed video and noticed, even after it was tight, was still floating around. I suspect that they open up a little bit and then they just don't fit, they just don't clamp as much anymore. So I don't have new clamps. Easy fix is just I'm just taking a little bit off of this till I get clamping pressure. I had another one give me a problem. I did it, it's fine now. This is the last one, so I'll get it adjusted. That's what you were seeing me do, take them on and off. I'm adjusting them to give me the proper clamping pressure. Alright, so put you back on fast speed. Welcome back. So let me just fast forward you guys through some of this. Explain what I'm going to do. Put back the gas tank. Make sure the lines are reconnected. Make sure the ignition is put back into this once I put it back. Before I put it back together, it's very tight in here to get it on. Then I'm going to reinstall the seat. Before I do, I'm going to screw the bolts that need to be screwed down in the exhaust. I'll bring you guys back once I'm got to the seat. Get the side cowlings on, and I think that's it. Get the cushion on the handlebars, and then that'll be pretty much it. I'll bring you guys back here and there through some of the steps if there's anything I want to note. But other than that, I don't want to drag this video a little too long. You've basically seen how it come apart. It goes back together the reverse of how we took it apart. Okay, but if there's any items that I need to note, I'll let you guys know. Thanks. Alright, we're back. Make sure your clips are on. You run back that line right back and the clip's on. Okay, big important thing here, not to forget, is make sure that that vent line is back on. I don't know if you can see that. There it is. Make sure it's plugged back in. I'm going to push it in a little more. But make sure it's back in. Don't want to forget that. Now I'm going to put the ignition back in before I put this back in, and then get the tank properly in. and then the cowlings, and then the seat. Alright, I just wanted to give you a small update. Make sure you don't forget some of the steps. Thanks. Guys, I'm finally finished this job. So the Yamaha RX1 all back together. Went together rather well. These Yamahas, they got great fit and finish. But anyway, really fit. Went together very well. Not too many battles. Nice and solid. No complaints. I'm going to give it a test run tomorrow, and the customer can come and pick it up. But it was a great job. I hope this helps out some of you guys. It's RX1 2004 RX1 donut replacement and an exhaust joint replacement. So catch you guys later. Enjoy.